All right. Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Team Fit Force call. It is Wednesday, September 7th, 2017, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys tonight. We have got some great things coming your way. You've got me as your speaker, and I'm going to be talking about mindset and setting yourself up for success, pushing through the rest of this year, kind of sprinting to the finish with just a ton of positive energy flowing through so that we not only are going to finish 2016 strong, but we are going to rock 2017, and we're going to start off stronger than we ever have in January, February, and March. And at the end of the call, we are going to learn where our leadership retreat is for Team Fit Force, and the details about that for all of our leaders for 2016, where you guys will be going in 2017 and when and what we'll be doing. So I'm really excited about that. But what I'm even more excited about, you guys, some of the things that I wanted to ask you guys to do is I want you to think back, even though we had a great August, I want you guys to think back, and I want you to right now write down what was your most challenging part of October when it came to your business. It could be Success Club, it could be recruiting coaches, it could be inviting, it could be following up, it could be your work-life balance, whatever your most challenging thing was. I want you to write that down, because that is going to be what you're going to be focusing on for the month of September. We are going to work together as a team. I want everybody to set it as your goal now that Success Club is going to be locked up and in the bag by September 15th. So that way you can really focus all of your positive energy flow into what needs work. Where do you need to improve? What can you do better, and how can you do it better? So if Success Club is already locked up, then you really can spend tons of time focusing on that one thing. What I want us to get away from is spending so much time on the things that aren't really moving your business forward. It's great to have creative time and to be creative and doing new videos or new trainings or new templates or new challenges, but I want you to schedule that time. It shouldn't be something that is taking over your business building activities. Business building activities should be coming first. So write out what that biggest challenge is, and we're going to work on that. I want you to write out what your goal is for the month of September. I want you to really think about them, and I want you to break them down by week. So from here on, what are you going to do this week? How many, what's your volume going to look like? What is your recruiting going to look like? What is your challenge group going to look like? What are those little mini goals that you're going to make happen this week? And then what's your big goal for the month? Then I want you to think about what is your goal to have happen by the end of this year? Where are you going to be by Christmas, basically? Are you going to do debt-free under the tree? Is that what you're working for? If you are, we have some exciting stuff coming up to help you with that. As far as trainings go, I totally forgot my dog is outside. Sorry. Hold on. And I want you to look at your goals and align them with your priorities. One second. Okay, my bad, y'all. So yeah, align them with your priorities. How are you going to achieve those things with still keeping intact, with that balance? I know that I struggle with that a lot. So I really want us to pay attention to that, because it's really easy for us to lose our focus and misalign our priorities, and it ends up biting us in the ass later. So then I want you guys to create a plan of action. If you don't know how to do that, we're going to talk about that a little bit at the end of this. But your action plan should involve your things like doing your vitals. When are you going to do them? How are you going to schedule it out? Asking for referrals, talking to your contacts and your customers and your, the people that are already in your challenge group, and talking to your coaches and sharing your goals with other people. That's super important. So once you write down your goals of what you want to have happen either this week or by the end of this month or the end of this year, I want you to share it with somebody. Share it with your husband, share it with your success partner, share it with your coach, whatever it may be. Put it out there so that you can have somebody to hold you accountable for it. Heck, share it with your kids. Your kids will love it if you tell them that you have this as a goal. Okay, so your homework basically is that you have to sit down and you have to send X, Y, and Z messages. Tell your kids that you want them to hold you accountable for it. When they're doing their homework, if they don't need your help, tell them it's your time to do your homework and let them sit there and tell you what to do. They will think it's freaking amazing because they get to tell you what to do. So have your kids like be involved if you're afraid that they're going to feel like you're not accomplishing things, and set a time limit for it. If it's just that you need to be better about inviting, then give yourself 10 to 15 minutes to do your inviting and have somebody help make sure that you do it to facilitate it. But share your goals. Then that kind of brings me into like what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to really like just talk to you guys about, I'm so fired up lately and just so like my mind is in the right place. And I really want to like just kind of share with you guys where I am, like what my vision is for everybody. And that's really just that, you know, I want every single one of you to make all of your goals come true. Like I want you to figure out like if this is what you want to have happen. I want to help us get our minds and ourselves in the right place where you can do what you need to do every single day to make that happen. And each person, that what it is that you have to do is different. So there is no single thing that's going to work for every single person, but the daily activities are kind of the same. So it's just that I want you guys to realize that you can really bring anything that you believe you can do into your life. You just have to believe that you can do it and go for it. And you have to know what it is. You have to have that clear vision of what it is that you want in your life. It's casting that vision. It's imagining your life as if it's already happened. You want to quit your job? Imagine your life as if it's already happened. You want to bring your husband home? Imagine your life of what it would be like if he's already there every single day. You have to visualize these things. I know it sounds silly, but it really does bring things to you. It keeps your focus on doing the things that you need to do to make that happen. So cast your vision of what you see happening, not just for yourself, but for your team, like onto other people. Let them know, like, this is what I'm doing. This is how my life is going to be. And I'm going to make it happen. Gosh darn it. Like, so here it is. This is what I see happening. Share it with people. Don't be afraid that, and I've done this before, you guys, like where I'm afraid to share with my girls that I want to be, you know, a 15-star diamond coach, or I want to be elite. I was afraid to say that because I'm afraid that they're going to think that I'm doing it selfishly for myself and not for them, and that it's more just for me. Don't be afraid of that. You can tell people what it is that you want to do. There's no reason that there's a girl sitting on your team right now, or you yourself sitting there who is a coach cannot be next September exactly where, you know, you say you want to be. There's nothing saying that you can't be a 15-star diamond by next September. Is it a stretch goal? Yeah, probably. It's a stretch goal for all of us, but you could do it if you really wanted to. And sharing that with somebody else and how you plan to do it is going to help you get there. So cast your vision out onto your team, your friends, your life. Just share it. I've said this earlier, like where your energy your focus goes, your energy flows. So if your focus is all over the map, then it's most likely, and I'm sharing this from personal experience, like I'm calling myself out. If you're all over the place, your team feels like you're all over the place, and your customers are going to feel like you're all over the place. So you got to put your focus in the right areas, but you have to know what those areas are. So it's something that I've struggled with, but that goes back to sitting down and really looking at your goals and your priorities and your activities that are going to help you get there, and breaking them down, not just saying I want to do this, but saying, okay, so if I want to do this, then that means that I have to have XYZ amount of volume. I need to bring on this many coaches. I need to have this many digital unlocks. I need to have this many challenge pack sales this month. You know, I need to get so-and-so and these many girls to learn how to hit Success Club also. You know, you have to break them down in that manner. And that's what I was talking about making sure that our own personal Success Club goals are locked in by the 15th, so that you can really spend those last 15 days of the month focusing on those things that we need to work on. So we're a result of not only our actions, but our thoughts. So thinking these things is going to help us, and constantly grooming our minds to be in that place that we need it to be is super important. It is constantly being willing to learn things every single day, small things, but not just learning them and taking it all in, but actually applying it. Don't be like a knowledge hoarder. You have to like take it in and put it out there. Do something with it. Figure out how it's going to work, what you learned, what parts of that call or that training or that book or whatever it is. Figure out what parts apply to your life and how you can actually apply them and put them into action. Just that is, I feel like there's so many people that feel like they have to have all the knowledge to be able to go and do a what is coaching call, or they have to have all the information to run their own challenge group, or they're afraid to put themselves out there to just share the opportunity or invite someone because they're afraid they don't know about what a certain product is. Who cares? It's okay. You don't have to know anything. Just be more like action oriented and not necessarily result oriented. Just get out there and do it. It's a decision, you guys. It is a choice to do those things every single day. You're deciding on not being afraid. You're deciding to not be afraid of those self-imposed limitations, feeling like you don't know things, feeling like you don't have success yet, feeling like you don't have a transformation story that you might be proud of, or you feel like is as big a deal as somebody who lost 100 pounds. Somebody who's quit their job. So it doesn't matter if you made $25, that $25 helped put gas in your car. It helped you buy something for groceries. It helps you in some way. Be freaking excited about that. Like, it is, especially if you're a new coach, have that like momentum that keeps you moving forward, that gets you excited, and that keeps you passionate about doing your job every single day. Heck, if it bought you like a cute like t-shirt or something, then that's what it did, but it's money in your pocket. Don't be afraid to just go out there and put yourself out there and share what you're excited about this business, whether it be financial or even if it's just personal development, some book that you read because, you know, Beachbody told you to do personal development. It made you grow. Share that with people. Decide what you want out of your life and go for it, because you got to go for it with everything that you've got, and you've got to work your ass off to get there. You have to be willing to work hard and make it happen. My first year in this business, you guys, I remember the saying I lived by is give me 1 year. I didn't have the support that I needed from my husband. I didn't have it from many of my friends. There was really nobody that I could rely on. I heard so many people say, oh, that's a pyramid scheme. How long is that going to last? It's just another thing that she's doing. But I just kept saying, give me 1 year. And if in 1 year, this business has not improved our life in some way or made our life easier in some way, then I will quit. But I'm going to not give up for at least a year. I'm going to give it all I've got for 1 year. And I went for it. So that's the kind of attitude that you guys have to instill in yourselves, is that it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take work. Don't let anybody tell you that it's silly or stupid, or they don't like what you're doing, or that they don't want to hear about your fitness posts anymore. Who the frick cares? They have the choice themselves to unfollow you. It's your job to put it out there. It's your page. It's your life. You are allowed to be excited about whatever the hell you want to be excited about. So you put it out there. And if they don't want to see it, unfollow them. They can unfollow you. Don't be afraid to be unfollowed or unfriended. Truth is, some of you know this and some of you don't, but it took Brandy 12 months to get me to sign up as a coach. 12. And I unfollowed her in the middle of that process. And I didn't tell her that until like a year later, but I was tired of seeing her positivity all over the place. And I wasn't happy with myself, and I wasn't happy with where my life was. And I was going through a really rough time. But then when things really got like rock bottom for us, I missed her positivity in my life, and I refollowed her because I wanted more positive and I wanted to be surrounded. So I went back to her when the timing was right for me. So you can't be afraid of what other people are going to do or say. And those people that do that to you, then just look at it as in it's either not the right time for them, or they were a friend or a person in your life that was around for that season and not necessarily this season of your life. If they really love you, they will tolerate it. They don't have to comment, but they'll tolerate it. Believe in what you're doing. this is a business about passion, and we are going to be successful because we have passion about what it is that we're doing. If you lose that passion and enthusiasm, and you find that you're not doing the things that you feel like you need to be doing every day because you've lost that zest for it, then it's time to go take a break, shut your computer, do whatever it is you need to do that fires you up inside. But you have to know what those things are. You have to take that time to evaluate your life and figure out what it is that really fires you up. What makes you happy? What is it that you do that is like your therapy? Know what those things are and go do them. Do more of that. Do more of what fires you up inside. And be passionate about the business, what you have to offer people. What is it doing for you in your life? Keep going and keep pushing for that. Keep sharing that with people. And if you fail, pick yourself up and try again. You're going to fail at things. You're going to try new things. You're going to create challenge groups. You're going to pour your heart and soul into a training that nobody uses, or that totally flops and doesn't produce diamonds. Or you're going to do those things. It's going to happen. I'm telling you. You're going to sign up people that just disappear, or you're going to sign up coaches that all of a sudden are like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. And they just quit without saying anything, or they just stop talking to you. You're going to send out messages that you're talking to people and then they drop off the face of the earth. It's going to happen. You cannot take that personally. It's not about you. I promise you. It's just, there are things that are going on in other people's lives that you cannot control, and you can't control other people. You can only control like your attempt to try, and you just have to keep trying. Learn from what worked, learn from what didn't, and develop something new. Try something new. Tweak your verbiage, reach more people. Figure out how to reach new people. But if you're determined to succeed and you don't quit, then you are bound to succeed. It all happens on its own timing, and you have to go off of your own timing and not everybody else's that's around you. You have to be focusing on yourself and what your goals are, and setting in those little baby goals that you set, and just laser focused on those and making those things happen. I read this quote, and it said, if you're already hurting, you're already struggling, you're already feeling like you're in pain, or you just are in a place where you want things to change, it's already bad enough. So you've already come this far. You've already put in work. Why quit because you're crying? Like, you quit to keep going and get a reward from it. So, you might as well keep trying, because you're probably like right there, like you're right at that point where you're going to break through that plateau, or right at that point where, that wall is about ready to come down, and you're right there. Imagine what happens if you give up, you just stop. Then all of that is lost. All of that hard work that you put in, all of that time, those blood, sweat, tears, all of it, it's gone. So just don't give up on it. And if you're new and you're here and you're in your first year or your first month or your first week, at least give yourself 6 months and be honest with yourself. Are you giving it all you got? Are you really doing the things that we're asking you to do? Are you putting in the time and the effort to make this business work? Don't quit if you're not. Give yourself 6 months of going all in, balls to the wall, like everything you've got. And if at 6 months you're doing that and there's still nothing and you've lost that passion, then maybe it's time to make a decision. But I promise you, if you're doing that, you're going to have like an ignited fire inside of you that you're just going to want to keep going, because you want to see what's on the other side of that wall. So it's work inviting. It's work showing up. It's work to put together challenge groups and to be there for people. It is work to be freaking positive Polly all the time. But the truth is that you don't always have to be. It's okay to show the real side of you, but don't be a Debbie Downer. If you're having a bad day, share things with people that share what you learned from it, or how you plan to turn it around, or how you did turn it around. There's several coaches on our team that do a really great job of this. I think Meg Sayani did it today. I saw a post where she was having a really craptastic morning, but she talked about how she turned it around. And that is inspiring to people. They want to see the real you. They don't want to see perfect all over the place, because it makes it feel unattainable for them. So if this job was simple, everybody would do it and everybody would be successful, but it's not. The truth is that there's really only 1% of people in this world, or even in this business, that start, that end up making it worth their while. And it's because they were consistent. They were nonstop willing to do whatever it took to be successful. And they were persistent about it. They were persistent in doing the activities that they needed to do, regardless of what people had to say. They showed up every day. They were persistent in asking people and inviting people and talking about it. And that is what is key. It's not just the consistency, but it's also the persistence in things. So running a business is a commitment. It is a commitment that you made when you signed up. And if you're here on this call, then it's probably because there's that fire inside of you in some way that wants to make this something bigger than what it is right now. So it's a commitment, and you have to show up for that commitment. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter how you're feeling, you have to do it. You can't just close your doors to a store. If you had a storefront one day, you can't just close it down and say, okay, I'm not doing that. But you have to also keep in mind, what is your storefront business hours? What is it? Like, you need to know what that is so that you yourself can actually follow those things. And I know that there's a lot of us that struggle with that. And I'm one of them. I'm being 100% honest with that. I can say all I want that I'm not going to work one day, and then I show up on a day that I know I shouldn't be. But that's the beauty of this business, is you can do what you want to do. But if you say you're going to be there for somebody, don't not show up. And if you can't be there, at least give them the respect, and people will understand. That's the beauty of this business, is just to shoot them a quick message and say, hey, you know what? Some things came up today. I'm really sorry. If you're waiting for, I want to really give you this message or whatever, or even just post it on Facebook. Like, I really just need to take the day. I promise I will get to all of these things on this date. At least give people that. And then you can do whatever you want. So treat it like a business is basically what I'm trying to say. I'm getting off topic here. But the other thing is, and I know we talk about this all the time, you guys, but I don't know. I read something the other day and it really stuck with me, is that I know we talk about our why and knowing like what our goals are and what we want out of life. But the truth of it is that I'm starting to really hate that word. I'm really starting to not like the word why. Like, why are you doing it? Because I feel like it gets pressed into us all the time. Instead of saying why, think about it as in this is your must. This is what you must make happen. This is what I must do in my life. And here is why. So it's not just the why, but it's the must of my why. And if you don't know what that is, then, you really got to dig deeper. You got to know what that is. Like, when I started this business, I just think back to where I was, and it was really that there was no other option. It had to work for us, and it was going to work because it was my must. I must get my butt to Summit because Brandy said I have to. I must make this much money because I need it to help us pay for these bills. I must do this so that Val can stop working extra jobs and traveling and being away from us so much. I must do that. So if your must doesn't drive you hard and doesn't make you want to show up every single day, then maybe it's time to change your must. Maybe your why maybe is great, but you need the must behind the why to drive it, to really drive you to your why. You've got to push for that. So if you find yourself rarely doing the activities that you're not doing, the thing that you have to do every single day to move your business forward, and I guarantee you I could probably say it out loud and all 20 of you would say, 20 of 28 of you would say, yeah, I don't do it. You all know what there is, that one thing that you hate doing, that you run from doing, that you see it on your activity list and you're like, I'll do it later. Let me check into my groups first. And then before you know it, it's time to pick the kids up off the bus and you didn't do it. You know what it is. And for accountability, I want you all to put it right now in the chat. You know what it is. What's the one thing that you're not doing in your business that you should be doing every single day? Put it there. And maybe it's not a daily thing. Maybe it's a weekly thing. Because for me, it's inviting. It's my frog. I hate it. So I do it a couple times a week and I batch them so that I don't have to do it every day. But I spend an entire day of my business hours doing nothing but prospecting and inviting. And I do it a couple times a week and then it's out of the way. And I don't have to dread it every single day. So, if you know what that thing is, put it down. and make it a point to do it. Make a point to get it done. Make an action plan of when you're going to do it. Schedule it. I'm going to invite on Tuesdays. I'm going to follow up on Fridays. And this is what I'm going to do and when. Just put it out there. Get it over with. Make an appointment with yourself and your computer or whatever it is you need to do to get it done. And you got to change your mindset. You have to get it in your mind that it's not something you're afraid of to do anymore. And the more you do it, the honest truth is that you're not going to hate it as much anymore. It's going to become more comfortable and it's going to feel more normal. And you always have to do what you must to make success an effing must. I love that. I love it. I got so excited and fired up when I heard that. And I'm going to say it again. You always do what you must to make success an effing must. So if you want to be successful in this business, you got to do those things that you don't want to do. We have to, you guys. We've got to do it for ourselves, for our businesses, for our families, for our coaches, for our challengers, whatever it is, we've got to do that to do it. So say this is how it's going to be from now on and actually live it. So we're going to say right now, say to yourself, you just put it down in the comments, what it is you're going to do. Now tell yourself, this is what I'm going to do on this day from now on, and I'm going to live it. I'm going to put it in my calendar and I'm going to do it. So every day that you guys, every day you waste not doing that activity is one day closer to a deadline. So we've got a deadline coming up at the end of the year. We've got a deadline for this retreat that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. And every day that you're not doing that thing that is going to get you to that place that you want to be, to that deadline, to that qualification, it's one day that you're not going to get back. You got to, I hate to say it, but you got to get off your ass and you got to set some goals. You got to cast your vision. You have to create that action plan and you got to get to work. You've got to do it. If you want to do it, that next day isn't coming. It's not going to be there anymore. And it's going to be that much harder to get yourself to that goal. I'll use myself as an example. I said I needed 8 coaches in August. I didn't get it. So now in September, I have to take those coaches that I didn't sign up in August and add them to my September goal. That makes it freaking hard. It is harder to make that happen. But I got to get to work and I've got to do it. I hear people talking, and I heard a lot of it in August about our volume and how volume is down. Well, you know what? It's a corporate-wide problem, but Team Beachbody is thriving more than it ever has, even though necessarily our volume spread across the board is a little low. It sucks, you guys. It's an honest to goodness true problem. It sucks. But the fact of the matter is that we can't sit back and dwell on what's happening. You have to look at it as okay, so if doing digital unlocks is, what everybody thinks is causing us to have this lack in volume, then get more people to do digital unlocks so that you're making up for that I can't think of the word I'm looking for, the deficit. If you can't, deficit, there it is. So instead of sitting back and looking at what we don't have anymore, look at how you can get more of it. So that means more conversations, more people invited, more people on Beachbody On Demand. If, we're not getting as much commissions because people are doing that year-long thing, then get more people on the year-long thing. That's really all there is to it, is we have to look at it as in we have to step it up as a company, as a team, as individuals, if we want to make those things happen. If we want more money in our pockets, then you have to do more. It's just that simple. We've got to get off our asses and get to work. So don't feel like you have to know everything. Don't feel like everything has to be planned out. Set a date for yourself to do something. If you say you're going to do a what is coaching call, know the key points of what to do, but it's really hard if you're type A to just throw yourself out there and do it, because your type A people are very much planners. But it's not doing any good if you're sitting around trying to plan it all out and it never actually gets done. If you're afraid of it and it never actually gets done, it's never going to get you anywhere. It's better to do it and to fall on your face, to make a fool of yourself, to feel like an idiot and have it done and learn from that process than to never do it at all. So, step out of your little comfort box, and I'm talking to myself, step out of your little comfort box and just go for it. Just do it. So what are we going to do? That's the biggest question is, but did you die? Did you see the headband that says that, Ange? I want it. So what are we going to do? So what does our action plan look like? you're going to just, first off, you're going to decide that life is good and that everything is positive, and you're going to think positive and find the silver lining in absolutely freaking everything. Then you're going to drink your shake. You're going to do your workout. You're going to share about that on social media, and you are going to do that relentlessly. Like, it is your job. That's what we do. Don't be afraid of what other people have to say. That's a given, right? So then you're going to learn something new every single day. I want you guys to pick something. If we want to commit to it as a team, I'm really sad that I can't like follow along in these comments. I'm going to read them later. But, if we want to commit to reading a book as a team, then let's do it. Let's have a group discussion on our team page once a week about the book that we're reading and the chapters that we read. Let's figure something out. If you don't want to do that, like, make sure that you're doing something, that you're learning something for your business and something for yourself that makes you feel good, that's positive, and is helping you in some way, shape, or form. And it doesn't have to be just a book, you guys. Like, if it's your small group at church or whatever it is, just be a part of something that is helping you grow as a person, and in your business. Then you're going to fill your mind with positive energy. You're going to follow new people every single day, and, start new conversations daily. And I know that we say, like, don't judge people and just go out there and, add 5 new friends. Judge people. Be prejudging, look at your team and your atmosphere and your vibe and think about it this way. Do you guys want to go and spend a week in the mountains with like Billy Joe over there that has no freaking like business being around like you, because you guys have nothing in common? It's going to be miserable if she is not the type of person that you want to be stuck, locked in a house with for 5 days in a mountain somewhere. Like, think about that. Bring on people that you want to be around. Bring on people that you want to hang out with, that you want to have on your freaking bus. Like, I think about our team retreat that we did in February, and I think about our little party bus that we had on Friday night, y'all. Like, that was a blast. And that is the kind of atmosphere that I want on our team. Those are the kind of people that I want riding this bus with me. I want to do life with them. Y'all, we were like singing at the top of our lungs. None of us could talk the next day. We were swinging around from the like bars in the bus, and like we were falling all over each other, and most of us were sober. Like, we just had a really good time. And that's the kind of people that I want to be with. Like, I want those people on my team. So figure out who are the people that you want to be with and go find them. Find them. It doesn't have to be fitness related. Find them, build relationships with them, and say, hey, you know what? This is what I'm doing. It's awesome, and you should be a part of it. So figure out where you're going to find those people and go involve yourself in those places. Start new conversations. Create an awesome environment for your challengers when you bring them in. Make it fun. Make it engaging. Find a way to get people to post about stuff. Ask people to help you with things. Ask people to share. Ask your coaches to share. You don't have to be a one-man show, and you shouldn't be. It should be a team effort. So, you want people to reach their goals. You want people to have such a great time in your challenge groups that they want to know, like, hey, what's next? Where do I go from here? I don't want this to stop. Like, so what do I do now? Enter coach opportunity. Let them know that they can be a coach and that it's something that they could do. You've got to ask that question, you guys. You can't have conversations with people about their dog or their clothes or whatever it is for like months on end. You've got to create that relationship with them enough that they feel like a friend at some point, that you can actually go to them when you are doing a hard post and say, hey girl, I don't know if you saw my post, but I'm getting ready to do, I'll use the health bet. This health bet challenge or like accountability group. It's a super fun group that we're going to run for X, Y, and Z reasons. Just wanted to know if you'd like to be a part of it. Make it feel like it's something that they want to be a part of, that they're going to be missing out if they're not a part of it. The only, like, for me personally, the hard thing with the app is that you can't go live. So people can't really see your like full personality. Whereas in your challenge groups, you guys should be going live. That was the most fun thing that I applied to my challenge groups and to my accountability group, is just being able to pop on live and like let them have a sneak peek into my life and to see who I am and what I'm doing and what's working for me, to show them how I like clean my pantry out, how I clean my fridge, how I meal prep, things like that. Because then they see your face, they feel like they know you, and they get to like you, and not just what you're posting. They really get to see who you are. So if you're doing Facebook challenge groups, or you have Facebook accountability groups, or just groups period, go live in them, even if it scares the crap out of you. Just do it. Nobody cares what you look like. Make fun of yourself. If it always lightens the mood a little bit, like if you're afraid of what you look like, but just do it. Just get out of your comfort zone and do it, because I promise you, your connections that you're making with people are going to be so much better. Be in contact with your coaches. Do not sign somebody up and then just run. Don't sign somebody up as a coach or as a challenger and just hope that they figure it out. Make sure that you're using the tools that we have for our team. If you don't have something yourself, please use the getting started thing that I have in the Google Drive. If you want, send that to your challengers. Let them know how they can get started. Get them plugged into the challenge group. But then don't just go off of what they're posting in the group. Make sure that you're personally reaching out to them. Personally contact each person. I call it touching on. Personally touch on each person that gave you that commitment and counted on you to help them achieve their success. Make sure that you're touching on those people in your challenge groups, because then they're going to feel a lot better about things at the end of the month or at the end of the challenge group when you talk to them about being a coach. And they're more likely to check in because they feel like you actually really did care and that they, you want to help them. They weren't just a Success Club point. And same thing goes with your coaches. I know it's harder when you have a lot of coaches, but make it a point at some way, shape, or form. If you have coaches in your downline, you should be talking to at least your personally sponsored coaches once a month. Like, at least. If they're brand new baby coaches, it should be once, twice, 3 times a week, where you're just checking in. Hey, how are you doing? Where are you with the training? Did you get a chance to watch X, Y, and Z video or read that post, or whatever your training system might be that you're utilizing? Check in, see where they are, how they're doing. If they tell you that they are overwhelmed, ask how you can help them figure it out. If they say that it's not a good time, but they're willing to stick around and still do the workouts and the shakes, but give them that space, give them the break, but still check in with them and keep them plugged into your groups. Create opportunities for other people to learn how they can do what you're doing. This goes down to hard posts. It goes to soft posts. It goes to going live on your page, whether it be workouts, sharing coach opportunity, like why the business is doing great for you. Schedule these things. If you need to have like a strategizing session, get together with a few of your close girlfriends on the team or your coach or little pods and figure out what your strategy is going to be and how you're going to lay out your month for how you're going to do those soft posts, those hard posts, those webinars, those live videos, the new coach trainings or challenge groups, all of those things. Like, figure out when it is you're going to do them and how you're going to promote for them and how you're going to show people that they can learn about how they can do what you're doing. And don't be afraid to put it in your little one-liners in your posts each day. Then invite some more. Seriously, you guys, I was talking to my mentor earlier today, and I was telling him that I literally sent out 2,170 some messages and emails in August. And only 30 people returned my messages. And out of that, I think maybe 7 or 8 of them actually purchased something or a challenge pack. That's a lot of freaking people, right? So what you have to look at is that big picture, is that it took sending out almost 2,000 touches on people, over 2,000 touches on people, to get 8 people to actually commit. That's a lot. It's a lot. So if you're only touching on 10 people, don't be surprised if you're not making a sale. There's a reason. You've got to get to more people. You have to have a system that's working. Tracking. You've got to pay attention to who you're messaging and who you need to be following up with. And that's the last point, is follow up, y'all. Follow up, follow up, follow up. It is a must in your business. It is something you have to do, because I can't tell you how many times people say, they want to do it. You send them a link and then they drop off the face of the earth. Chances are their life just got busy and they meant to do it and they just didn't get around to it. And, to them, it's not quite as important to them at that moment as it is to you. So you have to just remember that. Remember, there are people, they have busy lives. Many of them are going to have kids and are going to have jobs and other things going on. It's okay to just check in. You don't have to give them like a life story or why you're checking in. Just, hey girl, how are you doing? Did you get a chance to look at that link yet? That's it. Something simple, just simple little check-in. And, I love Amy Silverman's philosophy is that she's going to check in with you and send you an email and ask you the question every single freaking time she does it until you say yes or you say, go the F away. So use that. It's okay to keep checking in with people. It's okay to be persistent. It's not pestering, it's being persistent. So consistent and persistent and following up. So stay laser focused on your must and don't give up and believe in yourself, you guys. And let's just have fun. Make it fun. If you've lost the fun in this business, then go find out why, look back and remember why you started and what is fun about this business and put your focus and energy into that, because positive energy is contagious. People can feel it. They sense it. And if you're not happy and you're doing it just because it's being forced on you to do it, people are going to feel that. But if you are excited, you are happy, and you are like that go-getter attitude, and you show up and put that out there into the universe and social media world, people around you are going to feel it. Your family's going to feel it. Your challengers, your coaches, your team, your customers, just everybody, they're going to feel it. So you got to just always be trying to find that in your life. So that's all I have about mindset. I don't know if anybody has questions and if you guys posted stuff in the chat, but I know it's getting kind of late and I want to jump into our retreat and talk about it because I'm so excited. I can't see our conversation, y'all. I don't know why it's not coming up, but there it is. I didn't want to get off that bus. Yeah, that was so much fun. So part of why I wanted to, with our retreat, that was one of the things I did confide in one of my coaches in trying to help figure this out and what was going to be best. And one of them was travel time. And I was thinking about that. And that was definitely something that came to mind, Ange. And even what my husband said, he was like, yeah, but then if you have travel time, you get more fun, like party bus time, like you had last time. And I was like, yes, that is true. But then we're going to spend a ton of time on a bus, not doing the things that we want to be doing. And we won't be able to stay at places long. So, okay. So what is going on behind me? Oh, Lindsay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So retreat, you guys, is we are going to, I don't know if I can share I guess I could share my screen, but I really only have one picture. I will post it in the team page, but y'all are going to come here to Austin, Texas. And we have rented a gigantic mansion on Lake Austin, right on the water, where we can pull up a boat right to it. You guys have a nice gigantic pool behind it. Let me see if I can pull up this picture real quick so you guys can see actually. Where did it go? It is in here. There it is. All right. Just to show you guys a little picture of our house real quick, I will pull it up, screen share. Can y'all see it? There it is. So that, can you see it? Yeah? All right. So I thought that coming here to Texas was going to be super fun because we have so much stuff here in Texas, you guys, in Austin, that I know the city inside and out, and we have so many fun things planned. We have, and I know Casey's excited because she's from here. So this house in particular sits right on the golf course for Austin Country Club as well. It's gated and is a private home. It sleeps 20 plus people, and we will have a super secret, I'm not telling y'all who it is, guest speaker who is going to come in and spend one of the evenings with us. We're going to have dinner in, and we are going to do some, I guess, I don't even know if you want to call it training, but just discussions about our life and coaching and things like that. And we're actually going to do some workshop type stuff that night instead. And then we've got some extra fun things around town, like food truck tours and zip lining and graffiti park fun and photo shoots and all kinds of stuff, you guys, that is going to be so much fun. Plus, we live in Texas where there is some of the best food in the country, y'all, and don't plan on sticking to your diet when you're here. So I hope none of y'all are planning on competing or doing anything like that, because it's going to be blown out of the window. And hopefully nobody will be in a test group this time, because we've got donuts like the size of your face and tons of tacos and like food trucks and yeah, lots of stuff. Ashley knows because she used to live here. So but yeah, so we have a ton of things that are planned for us and more things that will be planned as we go, but the dates are going to be March 8th through the 11th of next year. So plan on getting to Austin before 4 o'clock, y'all, because what we experienced last year is we have one of the best nights of the entire trip will be the first night when you get there. And that is where you're really going to get to know your team. You're going to get to know each person individually. And from then on out, it is nothing but a whole lot of fun. So, but I don't want anybody to miss out on that first night. We had a couple girls that missed out last time, and I can be confident in saying that last year it was what every single one of our 18 girls that was there said was their favorite part of the trip. So we want to make sure that everybody gets there on time and that we're not up until like 3 a.m. trying to finish our night either. So we're going to have dinner and start all of that soon. So I want to have everybody try to be in the house like at least early afternoon. And since I live here, there won't be any like car drama or shopping drama or any of that stuff like we had last time. For those of you guys who don't know, I got a flat tire on the highway while I was trying to go like food shopping for everybody, and they were all at the house before I was. So but I'm really, really excited about it. So this is going to be a little bit different this year. The qualifications for this, because I personally feel like for our team, we are going in the direction of following the leadership ladder instead. We are going to, the retreat is no longer a diamond retreat. It is a team leader retreat. So being a diamond is part of being a team leader. So the only difference that I will make or exception I should say that I will make, is that if you are a new coach that started within the last 6 months and you become diamond before the end of the year, then you will be able to come on the trip. If you're not a team leader at that point, because I realize that income is a huge part of that. And sometimes that takes time to build. But we do want you to be celebrated for the hard work that you put in by going diamond so quickly in your business. But if you are a coach that has been around for this entire year or longer, then you will need to have been a team leader at some point within 2017. So if you were a team leader like in February or March and you fell off, you're still considered a lifetime team leader, but you will need to be an active diamond by the end of the year. So end of the year, meaning end of Team Beachbody fiscal year. You will also, if you are not holding your team leader ranking at that time, you will also need to have hit Success Club for at least 6 months out of the year. As a active diamond coach, you need to have hit it 6 months out of the year. The only exception that will be made for that is if you are a new coach who has only been here for, say, 4 months, or 5 months, you just signed up this month or last month, then that would be really hard for you as a coach coming in to do it when you don't have 6 months to hit it. So I will expect that you at least hit Success Club for at least, we'll talk about that as it goes along, as that comes up. But if you signed up now and you're on this call and you're hearing about it, then you need to hit Success Club at least 4 of these last 5 months of the year. If you're a new coach, you come on and you rock it out, or you have a coach that comes on next month and they rock it out and they are diamond by the end of the year, you would hope that a coach that is going diamond that quickly would be hitting Success Club as well. But Success Club is such a huge part of your business, you guys. So I know that most of you guys have already done that, and that's kind of just a non-issue. But, those are going to be the requirements. This trip will be all expenses paid, just like last year, girls. For those of you that were there, you'll pay for your travel to get here, and you will pay for your travel between the airport and to the house. The airport and the house is not that far away from each other. The house, I can give you the location of that so you guys can start to figure all of that out, but I need to actually get the official paperwork from the realtor. She said we're all good, everything's good to go, but I want to make sure that that dotted line is signed before I actually give you stuff to help you travel. But the airport there's only one. You could fly into San Antonio if you need to, but that's really far away. The Austin airport is about 20 minutes from where this house is located, so much closer than last year. The house is about 20 minutes from downtown, which is super close to everything that we will be doing. We shouldn't, unless we have traffic, need to be in a car for more than 20 minutes. I will be taking care of all your travel and needs while you are there. Your food, everything will be covered. The only thing is different is if you guys decide to do something that isn't planned, then you will be paying for that. So, if you guys get the munchies in the middle of the night and the food we have in the house doesn't cover it and you want pizza, that's on you. You want to buy souvenirs while we're out, or you want to go shopping, things like that, that's on you. But everything else will be taken care of by me. And I think that's it. I think last year when we did photo shoots, every one of the girls that coming will be getting hair and makeup if you guys choose to do it, and we'll be getting professional photo shoot done. We're not going to do posed pictures like we did last year in the house. We're actually going to get everybody's hair and makeup done, and we're going to go out around the town because Austin has some absolutely phenomenal places to take pictures with really cool backdrops, one of which is this top secret surprise for you guys, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. So we're going to do our pretty pictures first, and then we will go get into that because there's a chance you might get messy, but it's going to be fun. So I'm super excited. Just a whole lot of fun, dancing, adventures, and all kinds of stuff. We're going to be jam-packed. Y'all are going to need like a break from coming home, but it's going to be so much fun, you guys. So does anybody have any questions about it, or?
Hey, Lauren. I think the team leader requirement, did you mean you have to be a team leader within 2016?
Yes. Sorry, what? 17?
Yeah. And the other one was we only have 3.5 months left in the year.
Right.
And I guess you said 4 months. Is that 4 months including up until when we go to?
No, you have to be a dime. So I'm including September. So September, October, November, December. That's 4. So, right? September, October, November, December. Yeah, 4. So, yeah. So 4 months. So that's what I'm saying is that if you guys are, if you've been a coach for, a while now and you're not a team leader, I want people who, it's the diamond only thing is for people that are new coaches within like the last 6 months, because I realized that team leader is a little bit hard for that. And I didn't give everybody ample notice, and that's something that we changed ahead of time. So I don't want to discount anybody's hard work. Like, I want people to be rewarded for their hustle, especially if you're a coach that just came on in, July, August, and now. If you are able to get yourself to a diamond and you're building yourself a solid business, then I want you to feel like you are being rewarded for the activities that you're doing, because you've only had this amount of time. And team leader it's not that it's not unattainable, because you can certainly bust your butt and be team leader within 3.5 months. I just realized that it's a little bit harder for those people than it is for the people that have been around since the beginning of the year or for 2 and even 3 years. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see. You want one, go home? What does that mean? Am I missing something? Alcohol? I'm reading the comments. Yeah, I did say a guest speaker, but I'm not telling y'all who it is because I'm super excited about it. And I think you guys are going to be super excited about it too. So we're going to keep that a little surprise. Autocorrect if you want to go home. Okay, does anybody have any other questions for me or want to talk about anything? If not, then sorry, I'm scrolling through the comments to see if I missed anything. Mexican martinis. Oh, heck yeah. We're going to have tacos brought in on Thursday night. We're going to have a taco party at the house. And I've got it in mind to do it from one of my favorite taco places. So.
And you're going to post all the requirements in the team page after?
I'm going to when I get off the call, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I think that's it. Okay, does anybody have, if you don't have questions about the retreat, does anybody have any questions about what we talked about earlier or no? Okay, are y'all excited? Who's going on the retreat with me? Right now, we have 10 active team leaders that were still team leaders last month. So I know that Team Fit Force has about 14. So.
Hi, it's us here. Hi. How are you? Can you maybe do a doc of the people who have already qualified?
That would be awesome.
And the people maybe who haven't, or do something like that?
So I have the people that are in our leadership page that are team leaders. I know who you guys are.
Okay. Can you maybe make that like a file or something that we can like add people to as they qualify or whatever? That way we're kind of like all on the same page.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll have to.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of coming down to what I posted in our leadership page today about being diamond by the 28th.
Yeah.
And needing to have it back. That's part of why I posted it, is because I have a little like running file going, and starting by then is when I'm gonna really start keeping track of whoever. Like I have it now, but it's not organized. So I'll try and organize.
I'll be there this year. I'm very excited.
But yeah, right now I think
I qualified, right? She was like, yeah.
I was like,
yeah, girl, you're on there, team leader, and you're still diamond, so you're good.
yay.
Okay.
Yeah. So the people I have right now that some of you are on this call are Veronica, Steph Cram, Ashley Jackson, Emily Bowie, Brooke King, Megan Saini, Lindsay Stanford, Kristen Frudiger, and Alyssa Rulison. Those are the only people who have qualified so far.
The gangster crew.
Yeah. So I'm totally planning and would love to have 16 people or more there, and I think we can totally rack that out. My goal is to actually have more than what we had last year, but I'm saying that because I already know that there's like 3 girls that can't come because they're.
I'm disputing my whole issue from last month. So.
I love you.
You have to come. Party bus won't be the same without you, girlfriend. None of it will be the same without you.
Why would I not be there? Yeah. Okay. Seriously, it's just
you mean the Success Club thing?
Yeah, the only reason I'm not a team leader right now is because they have me not at Success Club because of that issue with them not moving.
Would you be a lifetimer though, or no?
Success Club is the problem though.
Team leader, yeah, but you've hit it for more than 6 months, so I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys got that, right? Like if you were a team leader at any point, you have achieved lifetime team leader. Like the ranks for the ladder go the same as diamond. Once you become something, they never strip it from you. You just aren't a like current, like right now, I'm not a current executive leader. I am a current organizational leader. So, but I have been executive leader within this year. Does that make sense? So it's the same thing. If you guys,
well, you didn't have me on the list, so I wanted to be sure.
well, that's because I asked Caitlin who our current last month team leaders were.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, if you have been a team leader this year in 2016, then yes, that qualifies you to go as a team leader. However, if you were a team leader and at some point and you drop diamond and you are not a diamond right now, then you cannot go. You have to be an active diamond. It's okay if you drop team leader, but you have to be an active diamond. Basically, the thing is that it's really hard to drop team leader if you've already achieved it. It's usually the diamond that's a fallout thing. So there's very rare instances where you're not going to get your diamond back and you're also going to get your team leader back. And the reason it might not happen is exactly what happened to Angela. She had an issue with transfers, and Success Club is not where it should be right now, even though she had like 10 freaking points. So we'll work that out and it'll get, and you know, it happens. So I don't want to say because you missed Success Club in December, but none of y'all are going to let that happen. Because you missed Success Club in December and you hit it and you rocked out the rest of the entire year, that you can't come on this trip. Does that make sense? But you do need to be an active diamond. That is where I will draw the line, because it is a leadership retreat and you do need to be a diamond coach by Christmas. Like by the last day of the year, you need to be a diamond. Whatever that last fiscal day of Beachbody, what is it? I don't even know. Fiscal Beachbody year is going to be, is when you need to have your rank locked in. It will be Thursday, December 29th. So Thursday, December 29th is when you need to have that completely locked in to qualify for the trip. And there won't be any exceptions made that I didn't already clarify, you guys, because let me just tell you, like, that hurts my heart having to do that. I had to deal with that last year, and I swear I will not do it again, because it tears me up and I don't sleep for days when I have to say so-and-so can come, but so-and-so cannot. So we're just not even going to do that this year. It is what it is. Those are the rules, and let's everybody rock it out. And we're all going to be positive polys and have positive energy flow, and everybody's going to be team leaders and diamonds, and we're going to have a freaking, I'm going to have to get a new house is what I'm going to have to do, right? Because I'm going to need a bigger one. So that's the goal, is to need to get a bigger house, because this one won't fit everybody, which I already have one in mind in case that happens. So I'm excited, you guys, super, super excited. And I was telling you.
Can I just clarify something? If I have say there's coaches in my downline that have not hit Success Club yet, but hit the last 4 months and become a diamond and you know, get to team leader and all that, are they able to go, or were they, or yeah, okay, as long as they hit Success Club the last 4 months, even though it's not 6. Okay, just want to clarify for some of my coaches.
Team leader and diamond, then if you're a team leader, then they can go. Team leader,
okay.
Diamond, they need to go, and if they hit Success Club in these last few months, then yes, like,
okay, perfect. Thank you.
These last couple months, like, you can go. So maybe should I just say 4 months instead of 6 months? I mean, that's fine. I did that last year and everybody was like, that's not enough. So I was trying to like do 6 months and make it better. But, you know, I can say that, like, if you hit it the last 4 months, that's what it was last year. And it seemed to cause a lot of problems. So I was trying to give people more leeway and say at least 6 months. It doesn't have to be consecutive 6 months. It has to be at least 6 months of the year. So if they miss it in December and, you know, they missed it in September, but they hit it January, February, March, April, May, then that still counts. You hit it 6 months out of the year. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Yay, I'm excited too. And another reason, you guys, like, part of me doing it here in talking to other leaders, not only is it so much fun, but I spend a ton of money on just travel and all of that stuff for myself. So by doing it here, we have some amazingly gorgeous places and so much fun. And I get to take all that money that I'm saving by not having to fly and not having to fly people and photographers and all of that stuff because it's all here. And I know people that are giving me deals and I get to spend more money on you guys, which makes me happy. So you guys, the girls that went last year, they can attest, like I spoiled them rotten. We had so much fun and I like just get so excited even thinking about being able to go back to what we had last year and make it even better. So I'm excited and I can't wait to see all of the new faces that will be joining us this year. All right, I guess that's it. Does anybody else have anything else? Last chance. Caitlin said hit Success Club for how many months? 6 months total out of the year. If you're a new coach, last 4 months of the year. Does that make sense? I don't see, is she on there anymore? Caitlin? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, I think I got everybody's questions. All right, guys, love you. Thank you for hopping on tonight. Mwah. I'll see you guys next Wednesday, but I'll see you in the group. All right, bye.